One day I asked myself, do I really know what I'm eating? So I decided to investigate it myself. Here are 10 discoveries, and a few of them will make you pause. Item 1. Fried chicken. The first clue. Fast food fried chicken stays crispy in a paper bag for 2 hours, while homemade chicken goes soggy in 20 minutes. It's not even soft at the bottom of the box where steam builds up. Double fried? No. Most major chains only fry it once. The secret lies in the batter. Instead of regular flour, the food industry uses a golden ratio of modified starches to create a microscopic mesh. It acts as a one-way wall, trapping moisture inside the meat so it won't soften the crust, while blocking grease from seeping in. To get that perfectly even crispy crust, how do food engineers calculate flour ratios and utilize giant industrial mixers? So, is that crunch because the chicken is better or because the formula is smarter? Item 2. The secret sauce. The next clue. Fast food secret sauces. How secret are they really? I noticed that despite different recipes, they feel incredibly similar. Salty, sweet, fatty, and addictive. Premium ingredients simmered for hours. Not quite. These are mass-produced products designed for consistent flavor. The magic lies in industrial umami enhancers, like yeast extract, hydrolyzed protein, or MSG. While I can't confirm the specific bottle's formula, umami triggers tongue receptors to fool your brain into feeling a rich, slow-cooked depth, even if the sauce took minutes to mix. So, is that flavor explosion thanks to a talented chef or a precisely calculated formula? Item 3. Frozen French fries. I placed fast food fries from 3 different cities side by side. The result? The exact same golden color, length, and crispiness. Same potato variety? Not exactly. They are sourced from different farms across various climates. This absolute uniformity comes from a massive industrial process. At the factory, potatoes are cut by water pressure, blanched, dipped in a dextrose sugar solution for even coloring, par-fried, and flash-frozen. That's why homemade fries never taste the same. At their core, they are 2 completely different foods. They just happen to share the same name. Item 4. Sliced cheese. Reading the label on a pack of sliced cheese, it often doesn't say cheese, it says cheese product. What's the difference? Compared to real cheese, fast food slices always melt perfectly smooth and glossy, never clumping or separating into oil. That unusual smoothness means it's not pure cheese, but processed cheese. It's made by treating natural cheese with heat, emulsifying salts, and texturizers for maximum stability. So, do you like it because it's real cheese, or because it was engineered to melt exactly how you want it to? 6 discoveries left. Item 5. The burger patty. How can a burger costing only a few tens of thousands of dongs still make a profit when beef is never cheap? To sell millions of burgers with the exact same size, price, and flavor every day, you can't use whole cuts of meat. The answer lies in mass production. A cheap burger patty contains minced meat gathered from multiple supply sources, blending leftover trimmings together to minimize cost to the absolute limit. They aren't trying to hide anything. It's simply the only mechanical way to sell a burger to the masses at such a low price. Item 6. Soft serve ice cream. The familiar joke. The ice cream machine is always broken right when you want it. It's not just a baseless meme. These machines have an unusually high error rate poorly made. Not exactly. The issue lies in a strict operational process. Every night, the machine must shut down for a 4-hour heat cleaning treatment. If a tiny error pops up at the last minute, the machine automatically locks out for food safety, and the staff aren't trained to fix the cryptic error codes. The breakdown isn't accidental. It's the byproduct of a rigid system. So next time you can't get your ice cream, just remember, the system isn't broken. It's just protecting you in the most rigid way possible. Item 7. Tapioca pearls boba. If I told you there's a chewy dessert that can sit out for nearly a year without molding, would you dare to eat it? Heavy chemical preservatives? Turns out they aren't even necessary. The answer lies right in the raw ingredient that gives boba its signature chewiness: tapioca starch. When dry and sealed, its moisture content is extremely low, making it naturally resistant to spoiling or fermenting. This doesn't mean it's toxic, but it shows that what you chew every day, in its raw state, is closer to a stable industrial starch than a fresh traditional dessert. Item 8. Pre-made coffee. I watched a cup of pure coffee being made at a fast food counter, and it was done incredibly fast. In fast food, everything is optimized for speed and consistency. Did they use some hyper-modern, ultra-fast espresso machine? Actually, there was no bean grinding step at all. So where did it come from? To serve you in seconds, chains usually use a concentrated coffee extractor, pre-brewed coffee prepared in massive quantities from a factory stored in a specialized dispensing tap system. This doesn't mean the coffee is bad, but the gap between the handcrafted advertising image and the actual process behind the counter is wider than you think. Item 9. Burger buns. A traditional loaf of bread bought in the morning goes hard or rubbery by the afternoon. But industrial burger buns are different. They stay soft, fluffy, and retain their shape much longer. It is engineered to survive long-distance transit and endure the hot steam from the patty, yet it must look plump and pristine in your hands. What keeps it intact? The secret lies in industrial emulsifiers and dough conditioners. They act like a microscopic skeleton, keeping the air pockets inside from collapsing under high humidity. That's why burger buns stay soft for a week, while regular bread would turn into a soggy sponge under heat. This is the trade-off between convenience and uniformity versus natural and fresh, a choice most of us don't even realize we are making. Item 10. Visual design. Your eyes eat before your mouth tastes. I compared the burger photo in the ad with the actual burger in my hand. Same product, they look nothing alike. The lettuce in the photo looks crisp and green, neatly layered, and the cheese drips down at the perfect angle. The real burger is lopsided, flat, and nowhere near as beautiful. It's not because the kitchen staff was sloppy. This happens almost everywhere. So where does this difference come from? Commercial photos are styled specifically by food stylists for the camera. They pick the finest ingredients, pin them in place with toothpicks, adjust lighting, and frame the shot meticulously. The goal isn't to make it edible, the goal is to make it visual. Before you even take your first bite, your eyes have already eaten. So out of the 9 items we just investigated, how much of the deliciousness comes from your actual taste buds, and how much comes from what your eyes chose to believe? After this investigation, I realized one thing. Each item is engineered far more meticulously than we think, serving a single purpose: uniformity, convenience, and affordability on a global scale. I'm not telling you to stop eating fast food. I just think you deserve to know exactly what choice you are making. Out of these 10 things, which discovery surprised you the most? Does the chicken staying crunchy for 2 hours or the sliced cheese not being pure cheese shock you more? Let's discuss it below.